and welcome to this week's Varsity Weekly episode. I'm your host, Mary Grace Armistead, and in this episode, we have a little bit of everything, from covering multiple Arizona high school basketball games to an inside interview with Arizona Christian lacrosse coach. Now let's hear from Jacob with the SaberCat report and the inside interview.
Hello, SaberCat fans, and welcome back to Varsity Weekly. Today, we have another exclusive interview with the head coach of Saguaro basketball, Lucas Ramirez. Let's get right into it. Hey, Coach, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, good. Let's rock and roll.
Awesome. Yeah, good to see you. Good to be speaking with you once again, Coach. Now, I have a question for you. One of the things that I've noticed, the rebounding, I think could be definitely a little bit better. What are some strategies that we can get to getting some more rebounds, just getting stronger on the glass?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'm glad you can see that too. I know I'm not crazy. Yeah, we got to rebound better. And we tell the kids all the time, it's about doing your work early, getting your footwork right. Locating your man, whether you're in a man or a zone, and to me, rebounding comes down to effort, right? Rebounding can be a skill, I guess. Some people probably think that, but I mean, it's really just an effort. It's an effort and a want. We've shown moments throughout the season where we can do it, but I think that's just a consistent thing that we haven't done well enough. And Seton kicked our butt both times on the glass. We got to find a way to get better here quick. That door or windows slowly closing, as we make our push for the postseason here. We're still 26 as of today. So every game matters from here on out. And tonight's an important one.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good, Coach. And then another question I got for you is, despite the loss yesterday, you guys have been playing some really good team basketball. I feel like, just from watching you guys and talking to the guys, you can tell that there's definitely a sense of identity when it comes to the team spirit of Saguaro basketball. How can you speak on, how that's kind of come to be with this group of guys?
Yeah, I mean, a big part of it's the guys have been together for a while. Like a lot of the seniors, they were here before I got here, as freshmen. I think if you look at Jeremiah, Mason, Aaron, Coda, that's, and I'm trying to think forgive me if I'm forgetting somebody at the top of my head, but most of the seniors that started together here at Saguaro. So they've known each other since middle school or their freshman year of high school. So like from a camaraderie standpoint, I think it's very evident that they enjoy each other. And it starts with the senior class. I was just having a conversation with one of our sophomores, freshmen. And I was talking with him though about how I like the camaraderie they have like on the JV group. So when you notice those things, it's special. I think we've been through some ups and downs too this year. It's no secret. We've gone through tough stretches of not playing great. We've added pieces, we've lost pieces. And again, that's not a direct reflection of anyone in particular, but I think just when you go through some stuff, there tends to be a greater appreciation and a greater bond that is built. It's just a great lesson for life. And again, yeah, you're right. I think we are playing our best basketball this time of the year. We had two tough opponents last week in Mesquite and St. Mary's, those are open division teams. So I think we only get better from it. And Seton Catholic's beaten us twice. And something that stands out to them, I mean, like they play really good team basketball. Like I'm very impressed with the way Seton Catholic plays. They play hard, consistently. There's an energy. And again, kind of going back to your original question, like same with us, like when we're at our best, there's a nice little flow. There's a nice energy about what we do moving the basketball and sharing it. And it's been really positive to be around, and they've been a fun bunch of guys to be around this year.
Awesome. And then let's see, my final question for you is, how do y'all think you can get Aaron Rodriguez going for the postseason and this kind of time as we approach the postseason? What's it going to be for him?
Yeah, I mean, just more time. He obviously has been injured since our first game of the year, and he just started playing. I mean, Marcos Deniza a couple games ago was his first game back on MLK Day. So we've kind of eased him in, game 1 and game 2 against Marcos and Arcadia. We eased him back into the rotation, and then we've started him since. He's a strong kid, and he does very well for us. But for him, it's just getting his strength back. I think that's the biggest thing. He knows the right play to make. He knows the right decision. Sometimes it's just getting caught up, right, and making sure that you have the right. You aren't. I think with him, he's been like, even in practice, it's like, Coach, I know what I'm supposed to do here, but I'm half a step off, or I'm half, here, half that. And a lot of that's just reps and with his ankle and leg strength, getting that back. But such a phenomenal kid. I'm just happy for him to be playing basketball. It's senior night tonight here against Arcadia. So a kid like him, a young man like him, you're just happy he's able to suit up, for senior night when, even just a few weeks ago, we weren't sure, was he going to have a senior night? Was he going to be able to actually suit up and play? So really looking forward to honoring him tonight and many of our seniors.
Fantastic, Coach. Once again, as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. And again, wishing you guys the absolute best of luck as we kind of continue to the finish line here.
Absolutely. Thanks. Appreciate all you guys do.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Jacob. Now let's hear from Eric, who interviewed players and coaches after the Buckeye boys basketball game.
All right, guys. Post game here with Coach Kinchbaugh. Coach, dominating win tonight against Kofa. How did it turn out for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was a good effort by our boys. They showed up. They really locked in defensively. It took us a little while, but we finally got our shot. So once we started hitting those shots, we executed the game plan that we had coming into the game. So
a lot of tight defense, a lot of turnovers forced. How proud are you of your defense here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, very proud. That's our calling card, right? I mean, if we show up like that against anybody, if we lock up defensively, we can put up 80 points on anybody, the way that our offense rolls. So really it just comes down to defense and rebounding, and we did a really good job of that tonight.
Yeah, speaking of scoring points, we got the team facilitator right here, Isaiah Leyva. Isaiah, like we said on the broadcast, you were nothing short of a facilitator tonight. How do you think you did today? How would you rate your play?
I think I did good. I stepped up my defense in the second half. Facilitating guys, playing with the guys.
Seems like you and your brother were having a contest of who could play as a better point guard. Who would you say is a better one?
I say I am. He got more experience.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you guys. Good win out there today.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
That'll do it.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Thank you, Eric. Now let's hand it over to Jodeci, who is at the Canyon View Jaguars boys basketball game.
Came out with the win. How do you feel about tonight?
I feel good. Our guys played hard, which we needed. So, like you always say, even though it was a little bit sloppy at the end, a win is a good win.
And what are you going to tell them about that fourth quarter? What are you going to tell them next time to do?
You got to play through it. We got to play hard. We got to play through it. We got to execute the whole game, not just 3 quarters, 4 quarters.
What are we looking forward to for the rest of the season?
I'm trying to look for the guys to keep playing hard and keep going after it and get the same intensity.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Thank you. Here we have Connor Aldridge. He's just celebrating this win, number 10. How are you doing? How are you feeling? You got it up.
Good. It was a great win. Good team win.
Good. So what did you do? You finished with 17 points. How can you explain your success for tonight?
Started off hot, and then team got me some good looks, and I made a few, so it was a good game.
You're a senior, so these are your last few games. What are you coming into? What are you thinking of to do for the rest of the season?
hoping to win as many games as we can and make a good run.
Thank you so much, Connor. Congratulations. All right, back to you, Alexis.
Founder-level sponsors, the Kristen Graziano Group with HomeSmart Elite, are proud to be Saguaro alumni, community advocates, and your hometown realtors. The Kristen Graziano Group is ranked in the top 1.5% of real estate teams nationally, and your top-selling team right here in SaberCat territory. The Kristen Graziano Group can currently be seen on the Emmy-nominated TV show Selling the Valley of the Sun. When you're ready to buy, sell, or want to know the value of your home, reach out to the group that knows the neighborhood, the Kristen Graziano Group.
Welcome back, everyone. We now have Sabrina with the girls' Buckeye basketball coach and star player of the game.
Hi, guys. I'm here with Buckeye player of the game, Lexi Mera. Lexi, obviously, big win tonight. How are you feeling after tonight's win?
Pretty good. I mean, there was a lot we could have done better, but I feel like we got it done.
Yeah, so you were playing on both sides of the court, obviously, hustling on offense and defense. What was the biggest key to, your play tonight as well as that of your team and the hustle of your team?
I feel like a big part of our win was winning the 50-50 balls because, like diving on the floor and getting the rebounds and stuff. Because if we don't do that, then the game is just over for us if we don't get those 50-50 balls.
Lexi, thank you so much. Congratulations on the win. Guys, back to you. Hi, guys. I'm here with Coach Early. Coach, obviously, lots of basketball play. You guys got the win tonight. What are you taking away from this game that you're going to apply to this coming up game this Wednesday?
I'm going to take the rebounding. In spurts, we played hard. But we got a lot to clean up, as you would see, reaching and getting in our positions where we need to be on defense.
Yeah, obviously you talked about cleaning it up. Your bread and butter has been defense with this team and everything. What are you going to bring into the practice tomorrow, to obviously clean up that defensive end, so you guys can be prepared for this upcoming game on Thursday?
Yep, defense. Like I said, we got to move our feet. We got to quit reaching. We got to get in our positions early. We got to stop the ball early, not late. So those are the things that we got to work on coming to be ready for Thursday and Wednesday.
Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, everyone. It's your Varsity Weekly host, MG. Let's turn it over to Brandon Tran, who is with the head coach of Arizona Christian Lacrosse. Take it over, Brandon.
Doing good, call. Yeah, it's just cool to get to create a little bit of promotion, share a little bit of the excitement. So I appreciate you reaching out.
I'm glad too. And since we both went to high school together at Poway, tell me what got you into living to Arizona?
Yeah, there for Poway High School. If anybody doesn't know, Brandon Tran knows more about sports things than anyone I ever know. This man is a living wealth of knowledge when it comes to professional sport. So that's cool to get. Yeah, came out to Arizona, went to Grand Canyon University. Cross at GCU is kind of very much what I've got my value in. Everyone didn't end up playing at Grand Canyon. I'm kind of prioritized some other things. Yeah, so got me here. So I'm ever since 2016.
And what got you into lacrosse?
Yeah, lacrosse is definitely. I think people think of East Coast prep school, and for me, my family, my entire family just grew. I don't really remember a time where I didn't have a stick in my hand. Water boy on the sideline. It's just always been a huge part of my life. I mean, the fastest sport on 2 feet is a name that, and I believe it. And I think as more and more, this is really something cool ever since I can remember.
And you're hoping to launch that at Arizona Christian during your first season, correct?
Yeah, so we'll be entering into our first year of competition this fall. The university announced that they're going to be launching the program. That's kind of when I got wind and the first recruiting class, and it's a pretty fast trajectory, honestly.
Perfect. And can you walk me through the recruiting process? How you been able to bring all those new players in and then meeting with new faces?
Yeah, recruiting is something that I've haven't really had any experience doing prior to this, but I've loved it. Getting to be on, jump on phone calls with kids across the country. I'm actually learning a lot about people and where people come from. I think that's the most exciting thing. Like in the same way that you have a story, I have a story, that on the phone and talking with kids who have stories that I get to hear about. So kind of the recruiting process, there's the identification, right? That you go to events, you go to a tournament, you see a kid on the sideline, you say, hey, he's good, or hey, I noticed something about him, and you reach out, whether that's a text message communication. Sometimes we find you're talking to you, and it's funny where people have come from with our guys currently, right? Every single time I got to the end of my rope thinking, like, I don't know how this is going to work, right? How are we going to get enough guys to have a season? A door opened. So we've got guys primarily out of the Southern California area draw for us. I think a lot of people, want to step outside of their comfort zone, but not go too far, right? Like a lot of the opportunities to play lacrosse are back east or in the Midwest. So for a lot of these Southern California kids, the opportunity to, I'm going to step out to Arizona, I'm going to get out to my comfort zone, but I'm still a 5-hour drive away. It's definitely a draw. Pacific Northwest too, I think people just don't want to be in the rain, right? If you want to get out of the rain, you want to get into some sunshine, we're here. But yeah, we have requirements that, our student athletes do sign a statement of faith. And so that's definitely a little bit different, that you have to fit that niche. We're not just looking for anybody, we're looking for the right type of people. And so that's kind of the process. I mean, once we've identified a guy on the phone, we do offer athletic scholarships, and that's something, speaking about NAIA and that you're looking to start talking NAIA programs, I really do believe that the NAIA institutions, if you can fit into a smaller private academics scene, and that is what you're looking for professors who know you, and smaller classroom sizes, smaller campuses. NAIA does give a lot of financial aid to make that accessible to athletes. And we're blessed to be able to do that. So we offer our guys scholarships and get them on campus, get them to see the environment, what it's like being here, meet our guys, join in for a practice. And then from there, it's kind of, a little bit in their boat of, do you want to accept that offer? And so, yeah, it's a long process. I mean, we had guys that, as short as 2 or 3 weeks where they heard about us, they got on campus, they said, I'm in. And I've had guys that as long as, a whole year, 6 months, right? That you meet them, interact with them, and you go through this long process, because it's a journey, right? You don't want to rush a 18-year-old to say, pick, but you also have to give them guidance and direction in this. So, yeah, it's been an exciting journey for me to get better at this and learn more about what recruiting looks like.
And I would assume, like, you being born in California and everything, do you think that's the advantage of you having been building connection with them?
Yeah, I mean, I know the lay of the land of, the Southern California, San Diego area. It's definitely why we had 4 guys out of San Diego, and, we had 2 out of the Poway Unified School District from Mount Carmel and Westview join us this year. And, hoping to continue that trend. While I'm doing my best to get to know Arizona lacrosse and to introduce myself and make relationships here, I definitely have been trying to utilize those relationships I have in SoCal. So yeah, it definitely has something to do with it. And every time I get to go back to California, I get to see my family as well. So I'm not complaining.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you for joining with us in the interview. And thank you for coming on, Jake Landon.
Yeah, Brandon, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you for listening to the Varsity Sports Show, where our mission is to empower education and enable dreams, creating an unmatched platform to showcase talent both in front of and behind the microphone in radio, television, podcast, and live streaming. The Varsity Sports Show, still your home for youth, high school, college, and you in Arizona and beyond.
Thank you, Brandon. Let's hear from Beatrice on the Buckeyes boys basketball game.
I'm here with Darius Haskin, the junior, who shot the shot that made them go into overtime. So, Darius, what are your thoughts on your performance, offensively, defensively, and just as a team?
I think I played all right. I think the team could have played better. It's all right, though. The shot, I just knew that I needed to make a play. I was wide open. The original play got cut off, so I just kind of just shot it and went in. I'm glad to see it went in, but we didn't capitalize, so it's all right. But we'll get to work, and it will be better.
What were your thoughts after you made that? Like, I know you had to be excited, but right prior to making that shot? Were you nervous at all, or were you kind of just like, I'm just going to throw it up and see what happens here?
I wasn't nervous. I just threw it up, I'm going to be honest, and it just went in, so I was glad to see it. I was excited, teammates excited. It was just a fun moment, so yeah.
Well, great game tonight, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beatrice. Unfortunately, this is the end of Varsity Weekly for this week, but follow us on Twitter at Varsity Show and tune in for next week's Varsity Weekly. This is your host, Mary Grace Armistead.